Hello and welcome to another episode of Live at Evolution. I'm your host, Jevin Lefebvre, and on this episode, I am more than happy to be joined by producer, engineer, and owner of Blue Light Studio here in Vancouver, British Columbia. He's also released a few projects, including 2021's Pressure Makes Diamonds, and most recently, a 5-song EP called Twins, released back on January 1st of this year. He's also joined by, of course, 3 of his bandmates. Join me in welcoming JP, Maurice, and the Sweet Angel Boys.
Join me.
Thank you so much for joining us here at Live at Evo. How are you guys doing today?
Doing all right.
All right. So I gave JP his introduction, of course. Why don't we go around? I'll introduce ourselves and kind of a little bit about you guys.
Okay. I have permission to speak?
No.
Okay. I'm Roderick Campbell. I play keyboards. What else would you like to know about me? I mean, I'm an open book. Hobbies, I love watching the NBA. I work with my partner, Sylvia. She's a jewelry designer. Shout out Zaleska Jewelry. Hit me up if you want a discount code. And yeah, that's probably a good summary of my life.
What's your go-to NBA team? Who do you cheer for?
Well, I do cheer for the Raptors, but I find that I can find an interesting storyline in any game. So yeah. I do enjoy a full slate any evening. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
I'm Nick. Some call me Dickie. I play drums in the Sweet Angel Boys. I've been playing music and making music with JP for like, how long now? 8 years?
Longer
9 years? 10 years?
What are you selling? We're all selling something here. We're plugging something.
I'm selling... I'm not selling anything, man. I'm here for the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clearly, Rod isn't here for the music. But.
Hey, buy Zaleska Jewelry. Am I wearing any? Oh, look at this beautiful.
Camera, zoom in on that.
What is this? What is this stone, Rod?
That's a Labradorite.
Labradorite. That's right. Okay.
Why Dickie?
That's a good question. Somebody started calling me Dickie, and it evolved from Nicky.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's usually how nicknames.
Wasn't it Joseph Blood, your bandmate?
I think it was Joseph Blood. Yeah, that's right.
JP, how about you a little bit about yourself? What do you like to do?
What do I like to do? My big thing outside of music is I play on a baseball team called the Chinatown Cobras in the East Fan Baseball League. Takes up a big part of my summer. Yeah, I manage the team and on the executive board and I love it. It's my favorite part of the year.
That's awesome. And on the bass?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have.
I guess I got to jump into this mic there. Yeah. Michael. I play the bass and other instruments as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Ask me a question.
I'm
just here to sell Zaleska Jewelry.
What gravitated you towards the stand-up bass there?
Oh, that's a good question. I was playing when I was a young man. When I was like 16. I was playing electric bass, and my mom had a friend who played in the symphony, and she's like, "You're a good bass player." She lent me a bass for like 4 years, and she taught me how to play classical music.
That's so cool.
And then I kind of fell in love with playing jazz, and then since then I've just kind of fallen in love with playing. I'm genre agnostic. I love playing all music. It doesn't matter what it is.
That's amazing, versatile.
Yeah.
Love that. All right, so I can't wait to get this episode going. How will we kick things off with the song?
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna do a song called "Black is Black," which is on the previously aforementioned Pressure Makes Diamonds LP from 2021.
Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Any life was larger than the one that I tried to live, and the lies that I harbor were all the ones I could not admit I was lost. And I wasn't sure where I was meant to be. And the final straw did break my back and it cleared my mind. Still left me searching for something that I could not find. It was hard. Oh my God, it was harder than I thought it would be. That's nothing ever comes easy. In it to win it, every time that you commit. Said that it quit it if you let me get my fix. It got dark. Oh my God, it was the darkest place that I'd ever been. That's when my heart turned black as black. I didn't know if it would ever turn back. I can only hope now that's here to stay. 'Cause now the time has come, nothing ever comes easy. Been around the world, man, it ain't flat. Go around in circles just to only go back. I can only hope now I'm here to stay. 'Cause now the time has come, nothing ever comes easy. Now the time has come, nothing ever comes easy. Now the time has come, nothing ever comes easy. That's when my heart turned black as black. I didn't know if it would ever turn back. I can only hope now that's here to stay. 'Cause now the time has come, nothing ever comes easy. Been around the world, man, it ain't flat. Go around in circles just to only go back. I can only hope now that I'm here to stay. 'Cause now the time has come, nothing ever comes easy. Now the time has come, nothing ever comes easy. Now the time has come, nothing ever comes easy.
JP, Maurice, and the Sweet Angel Boys here on Live at Evolution. So, how did you guys form? Like, what you guys are today?
Well, as Dickie was saying before, we met many years ago through another band he was playing in called Will Horse that was based out of Golden. And we kind of had some mutual friends and then met through that. And then I produced their record and then we became really good friends and started playing music together. I was friends first with Rod, but we knew each other through music as well. And I think this lineup of the band has been together since 2019.
What do you think,
2020?
Michael?
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Which has been really nice because over the years as a solo artist, I didn't really have a consistent band for a long time, and kind of gig to gig, I'd try and just pull different people together, and really good friends with all these guys, and it's been really nice having the lineup be consistent for a number of years now, and playing the same material, and feeling the band getting tighter, and yeah.
So, like, were you guys all mutual? Like, did you guys all know each other through, like, JP, or did you kind of get to know each other better when you guys joined up?
I feel like Rod, where did we meet originally?
Well, we also met through music. Like, we were band friends. So we kind of knew each other, at least the three of us. I had never met Michael before meeting JP.
Yeah, it's all pretty like Rod plays in a band called Mindle Beach that we met playing gigs years ago, and Michael also has a studio at Blue Light Studio too. So a lot of different aspects of our lives are all woven together.
It's a small world.
Yeah. You definitely get to know each other pretty well as you become a band and go on tour together and spend long nights and shows together. So
Rod's brother-in-law is on my baseball team as well. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's sweet. Why the Sweet Angel Boys? Is that just like an inside joke that you guys have? Or?
Sort of, yeah. It's like a fellow named Connor Tkach who used to play bass in the band. It was something that he came up with, and so we just started using it as sort of like JP Maurice as like the backup band.
I think he would call like nice people Sweet Angel Boys. Like if somebody did something nice for him, he'd be like, "Oh, what a sweet angel boy." Yeah.
That's awesome. So I guess like I'll ask this again, but did you guys ever have like a solidified inspiration to start playing music besides like either a family relative getting you on an instrument? Like, was there any artists that you looked up to that got your momentum going into music a bit more? Or?
Yeah, for me it was the Beatles. Like I was, I think when I was 11 or 12, the Beatles anthology came out, and I was always into the Beatles because my parents listened to them and my mom especially, and yeah, I just watched that and I was like, I want to play music. I want to start writing songs. So I started taking guitar lessons at that point and writing songs kind of from the get-go. So that was it for me.
Dickie, how about you?
Both my parents worked in radio, so I always had music around. And then when I was like, I don't know, like 10 or 11, my best buddy started playing guitar. And I was like, well, I got to play something, and it can't be bass because and then so I started playing drums because that was the only other choice really in my mind at the time.
That's brutal too.
And now I love bass, but I mean at the time it's like, you know, when you're younger and you're like looking at rock stars, a bass player doesn't stand out as often.
Well, I started playing bass because my cousin had chosen the guitar and singing, and his friend played the drums, and they were like, well, we need a bass player. I guess you're it.
Yeah.
We started playing. Our first tunes were like Tool covers. Yeah.
Every band needs a bass player.
Yeah,
I feel like bass players don't get enough credit in general.
No, I agree as well. Rob, what about you? Why the keyboards or any other instrument you play? Why music?
Well, my parents put me into piano lessons at a young age, so that was my entry point to music, and I was into it though. Like they had to force me to practice, but I still enjoyed that. And then I also played in the school band, played the clarinet, shredded, but I never really thought about playing with other people in, you know, a less formal setting than, you know, playing in Royal Conservatory and playing in the school band, until a friend of mine, Daniel, just invited me to come jam with him. And I had no idea what I was doing, you know, just trying to figure out chords, but I had never really like learned chords and how to play with other people in that capacity. But it was just step by step after that, and realized how much I loved it, and just more doors opened as you keep meeting new people. And yeah, super grateful to get to play with these guys now.
Rod's also a great rapper. He doesn't
True.
mention. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, all these guys are really talented multi-instrumentalists.
Well, I can't wait to hear more. So how about we get into another song here?
Sure thing. Yeah, this one we're gonna do is called 9 Lives, and it's also from the Pressure Makes Diamonds album. What's that? 2, 3, 4.
On, so played it safe. You can bend, but you can't break. It makes no difference if it makes us hypocrites. It seems so heavy, and it's such a waste to throw it all away. I'll swallow my pride. You can run, but you can't hide. It would take something considerable to make me feel miserable about anything. Well, that's just not me. We got 9 lives, red
was 9 Lives by JP Maurice and the Sweet Angel Boys here on Live at Evolution. I'm your host, Jevin Lefebvre. So, when developing like tour dates and stuff like that, how do you decide like what cities you're gonna play in? Is it just kind of whoever takes you in, or do you have a plan?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't. These days, it's I'm older. I'm pushing 40, and have a partner and a dog, and I'm not like trying to grind and get on the road that much. And I do produce a lot of music and work in the studio, so that's kind of taken. It's kind of more what I'm doing for most of the time. I mean, mostly, we just play around the interior and the island and don't get outside of BC too often. But I mean, pretty much, it's tough these days, you gotta get out there and grind the pavement.
Do you have a favorite road trip or like venue you've ever played at or been on that sticks out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say like the bigger show, like I've gotten to play at some bigger festivals in front of big crowds on those big stages, and that's always the most fun when you can kind of feel the power of the music and through those sound systems, and just really the playing live is you get a lot of endorphins from the audience. So the more people, the better. So,
do you guys have like a dream venue that you'd want to play at?
I've always said Sasquatch, like the Gorge Amphitheater in Washington State, where they used to do the Sasquatch Music Fest.
Do Dickie or Rod or Mike, do you guys have any of that?
Like venue that you don't want to play?
Dream venue.
Dream venue. Probably the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville. It's like where they used to do the Grand Ole Opry back in the day, and now they do concerts there, and it's awesome. Yeah, it's really like you can feel the history in the building.
No, 100%. Roder, is there any that stick out to you?
I mean, not really. Like I'm very content with the level of touring and shows that we're doing right now. Like there's nothing better than like a small pub with like a carpet and like a 1 foot high stage, and you can just like reach out and touch people. Like, yeah, that sounds weird, but you know what I mean.
You have to stop doing that.
I just like intimate venues.
12 Kings for karaoke.
Yeah, I actually frequent 12 Kings for karaoke. So come on down if you want to hear something real special. But I think I don't need to play any big special venue. I'd rather just attend shows there. I just saw Adele at Caesar's Palace at the Coliseum, and it was pretty special.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But I'm not in any rush to get on that stage. She can do that.
I think Paradiso
and that sticks out to you. Is there any that you would like to play?
I mean, I guess I always say if I had a time machine, I'd go back in time and kill Hitler. No, I go back in time and watch Aretha Franklin play in 1972 at Fillmore West. So that venue, specifically those 3 days in that band, I wouldn't go back in time and kill Hitler. I'd go back in time and kill Jermaine Jamont, the bass player, and take his gig.
They'd only last 3 shows.
Yeah. Well, I love all those answers, but how about we play another song here?
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching this and you want to book us, then fly us down to Nashville and get us into the Ryman, I guess.
I'll get on the phone with the guy.
This one's called The Matador, which was the first single off Pressure Makes Diamonds. We'll edit this in post.
All right, you guys doing your clapping thing? Is that we rocking that?
I'm probably not going to do that, no.
Okay. I'll just shake.
Ole tú, ole, guapo.
seen each other. 2 for me, will you sit 4? And when you sit with someone else, I feel like I had cheated, even though nobody had won. But then you called me at 9:30 in the morning, saying so did you, but you had fun. I'm falling hard like leaves in the autumn, skyscrapers from the bottom when they crumble to dust. I'm falling hard to the pit of my stomach, wanna tell you that I love you, but I don't have the guts to get back up. I can get back up. Now I know I can be a little bit emotional. I know it's all still up in the air, and you still need some time to be alone. But when you fall back down to earth, you know I'll be there. And if you sleep with someone else, I may not understand the reasons, but I'll try to succumb to your desires and every wish that you could have. Well, I'm not counting, but I know you're the one. I'm falling hard like leaves in the autumn, skyscrapers from the bottom when they crumble to dust. I'm falling hard to the pit of my stomach, wanna tell you that I love you, but I don't have the guts to get back up. I can't get back up. I can't get back up. Collapsing and crumbling, stop looking for something better off with you by my side. Try to be honest, just look where that got us. Think it's time we swallowed our pride. I'm falling hard like leaves in the autumn, skyscrapers in a column when they crumble to dust. I'm falling hard to the pit of my stomach, wanna tell you that I love you, but I don't have the guts. I'm falling hard, yeah, deep to the bottom, skyscrapers in a column when they crumble to dust. I'm falling hard to the pit of my stomach, wanna tell you that I love you, but I don't have the guts to get back up. I can't get back up. I can't get back
Wow, that was the Matador by JP Maurice and the Sweet Angel Boys here on Live at Evolution. That was awesome, guys. That was really good. When jamming out or taking time to like work on a new project, do you guys look anywhere for any inspiration on where to start, kind of thing, or you just kind of see what comes to you first?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of songs are influenced by pieces and other things. I mean, sometimes I write a lot just I usually write when I'm sad or I'm down and I'm trying to like process something. It's almost therapeutic or cathartic that way, at least in terms of like the lyrical or emotional content of the song. But yeah, I mean, we're sponges and you just kind of pick up things, I think, and your instincts always fall back to your main influences. But yeah, lots of song ideas can come from anywhere, really.
Does like Rod Dickey or Michael Dick, do you guys kind of bring anything like, hey, like I had like this kind of cool chorus or bridge or whatever, and you kind of bring it and you all come together and work on it? Or is it more so stemming from one source?
I feel like in this project, it's JP drives the bus, so to speak. Pardon me. But yeah, in other projects that I've been involved in, definitely like there's a lot of collaboration. It kind of just depends on what it is, because this kind of stemmed from JP's solo ventures. So he's the captain.
The majority of the songs that we play that these guys have been playing since we formed this lineup was our songs that from Pressure Makes Diamonds, really. And the previous album and those albums were mostly just me working with producer, and like Dickie played drums on a few of them, of the songs. But he played, I guess, a lot more on the previous album called Boys. But yeah, these two fellows joined since that. So the albums aren't really created as a band, like live off the floor per se. They're more studio projects with lots of different musicians and guest musicians.
Gotcha. The Twins EP had a really cool vibe to it. Had a lot of different kind of sounds. How did that all come together?
Yeah, so that one is it's a pretty special project to me. My mom, she passed away on New Year's Day, 2016, and after she'd passed, this tape kind of surfaced of her from when she's 18, singing and talking to the boyfriend she had at the time, and she's just like singing into a tape recorder. And so I sort of like, to honor her after she passed, I took those recordings and I turned them into these full-on songs. So I basically like synced them up to time and then like added all these different instruments over top. So 2 of the songs on the EP are actually just her singing from those source recordings.
Is that Out of Sight, Out of Mind?
Yeah, so that's one that she wrote. And then she also does In My Life, which is a Beatles song. And then my sister, this is like I mostly recorded during COVID. And my sister lives over on Salt Spring Island, and she came over, and we also just, I wanted to include her and make it sort of a family project. So she came over and sang and performed on it as well.
That's really good. And that's Kate Nash, I'm assuming? Yeah, I know she has a beautiful voice. It's a really beautiful project. So, it's really nice that the meaning behind it. I'm, of course, sorry about your loss, but it's a really beautiful project about it. So, obviously, keep up the good work with that. That's really good. Should we get started should we get another song going here?
Yeah, we'll play one from that. Now that we're talking about it. So yeah, this one is called Can't Look Past You. This song I actually wrote many years ago, like probably 15 years ago or more, in my early 20s. And it was always a song that was like a favorite of my sister's, and we'd sing it together at concerts sometimes. So so we'll do that one for you. Rod's really nervous about playing Shaker on this one.
Can't deny it's falling. I'm falling off the wagon. Oh yes, it's true, I wrote another song for you. This is how it happened. I realize no man might if I can't fall in love. But every girl's the same as the last. What's got to be looking past you? I can't stop drinking all this inward thinking. It still ain't get me anywhere. Oh, I'm lost for a point, so I have a beer and a joint, but I don't think that's helping. I realize no man might if I can't fall in love. But every girl's the same as the last. Well, it seems I can't look past you. Well, here I am, and I'm not the same man you knew. That I was younger then. The fact remains that I'm not the same. I got issues, and I got problems. I realize no man am I if I can't fall in love. Every girl's the same as the last. Well, it seems I can't look past you. Or so it seems you're stuck in my dreams and I'm not even sleeping. Instead, I get stuck on all my issues and my problems, and damn, I'm a lonely bastard. I realize no man am I if I can't fall in love. But every girl's the same as the last. Well, it seems I can't look past you. Oh. So basically I'm alone and I'll be alone. My only company is me. 'Cause every girl's the same as the last. So I got to be looking past you.
Wow, Can't Look Past You by the JP Maurice and the Sweet Angel Boys here on Live at Evolution. That's actually my favorite song on the project, so I'm happy I got to hear that live. It was really good. So what's next for you guys? What do you guys got brewing for 2023?
So at this point we got we're playing Guilt and Co. Downtown in Gastown on June 10th. And then we're doing a few shows on Vancouver Island, 14th Nanaimo, 15th Victoria at Lucky Bar, 16th in Comox, and then Salt Spring Island on the 17th. And I'm just putting out the Twins EP at the beginning of the year was most recent thing I've done actually. But yeah, I'm gonna start working on another album and start kind of picking away at that. I also have another project with my friend Jamie Smale, who's in a band called Leisure Club, and we started a project called Long Weekend Travel Agency. So we're gonna be coming out with that music really soon.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Any plans for the summer for you guys outside of music? Anything you guys are looking forward to?
Yeah, baseball, baby.
Baseball.
Go Cobras.
Is that like a slow pitch league or is it?
No, it's like a actual baseball league. It's a rec baseball.
It's real baseball. It's true baseball.
Wood bats, and it's a sandlot league. Yeah,
love bats.
Yeah, wooden bats and real baseballs and overhand all baseball rules. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we got time for another song. So how would we take this episode out with send it off on a good note here?
Cool. Yeah. So we were just gonna do as we were mentioning before. About the Twins EP and my mom's song "Out of Sight, Out of Mind." So we're gonna do that one. I'm gonna do my best impersonation of my mother.
Can't wait to hear.
This is for her.
In between the letters that seem to take so long, I close my eyes, I see your face, I open them, you're gone. I'm dying piece by a lonesome piece, the hours drift along. If you've left me for another, I can't let myself go on. Out of sight, out of mind. That's all I am to you. Just a cloud, what can I do? Out of streets were cold as ice. Thought I saw you with another, but couldn't make myself look twice. So I drifted down to Larry's bar to drown myself in dreams. Then I saw you looking back at me from a pinball machine. Out of sight, out of mind. That's all I am to you. Just a clown, what can I do? Out of sight, out of mind. And everybody's doing the boogie down at the wagon wheel. Smiling faces, tinkling glasses, tell me just how sad I feel. So it's every night when I close my eyes, I pray and ask the Lord why every car that passes by sounds just like your Ford. Out of sight, out of mind. That's all I am to you. Just a clown, what can I do? Out of sight, out of mind. That's all I am to you. Just a clown, what can I do? Out of sight, out of
Thank you.
What a finale! Out of Sight, Out of Mind by JP Maurice and the Sweet Angel Boys here on Live at Evolution. This has been nothing short of special. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Where can the viewers and listeners find everything under your guys' umbrella? Discography, etc.?
jpthemaurice.com is the website. And yeah, just Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. Everything's online.
Awesome. We will be sure to put the links in the descriptions of everything we post. Thank you again to JP Maurice and the Sweet Angel Boys. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Live at Evolution. I'm your host, Jevin LaFave, and stay sweet.